that we are going to show you today is probably, I think, the quickest lazy meal that we have shared with you so far. It's only going to take you about 10 minutes, which is the time it takes to cook your spaghetti. So let's get straight on and show you how to make it. The first thing we need to do is get our pasta water boiling, and I'm going to add in a nice pinch of salt. We're going to use about this much spaghetti. We don't really measure out our pasta or rice or anything like that, but it's about 75 grams per person. When cooking pasta dishes, especially ones as simple as this where the pasta really is kind of the main ingredient and flavour, you really want to make sure you're getting good quality pasta if you can. And we have used this brand, forgive my pronunciation, What you need to do is look for a lighter spaghetti, one that's got like a nice texture to it. The lighter the pasta, the better. And it's going to make all the difference when you're having these really simple pasta dishes. We've drained our pasta, and it actually only took about 7 minutes to cook. And before we drained it, we just kept back about 1 cup's worth of pasta water. We probably won't use all of it, but just in case we need to kind of loosen the sauce a little bit. One of the main ways that we make these meals lazy is by using shop bought ingredients that maybe have got a little bit of the prep, the cooking, the flavour already done for you. That's what's going to speed it up and still make it really, really tasty. So instead of just buying like plain pitted black olives in a jar, we've gone for these because they already come with a few herbs and things like that already in them. So it's just going to add that extra bit of flavour. We are going to add a few little optional extras that we didn't mention earlier just because we like a little bit of heat, so we're going to add in some crushed chilies. Meals like this are perfect for that weekday, busy evening when you've come from work, you really want to get a takeout or a ready meal, but this literally only took 10 minutes. And it's going to taste amazing. I can't wait to try it. At this point the dish is finished, but if you wanted to, you had a bit of time, you could add a few little extra toppings just to take it to the next level. So we're going to be adding another little spoonful of our tapenade on the top, a little bit more flavour. It's really going to depend on what tapenade you buy. So this one isn't the most punchy tapenade. Taste the dish when you're finished and just adjust accordingly to kind of how you like it, but we like our flavours punchy, so I'm going to add some more. Super tasty. I mean, if you're an olive fan, this is like an olive fan's heaven. Very tasty. I just love how quick this was, like genuinely about 10 minutes to make. I was also going to say you could meal prep this, but who needs meal prep when it takes this quick to make? This would also be a really great work from home lunch. If you wanted to add some extra things to this and build it out a little bit more, then you could stir in some spinach or rocket. You could have it with a bit of salad on the side, or some just simple steamed broccoli. Or garlic bread always is a winner with pasta. It's a super simple recipe. It's basically just your noodles and your sauce, but to make things feel a bit more special, something to look forward to, we're using these delicious noodles that we got from our local Asian supermarket. These are called Taiwanese style sliced noodles. We're going to be using these just because they taste delicious and they also look really nice on the plate, which is half of the whole experience of eating a meal. our sauce we are using some agave syrup, but you could use some brown sugar or maple syrup if those are the things you've got in your cupboard. The first part of our sauce is now made, so the next thing we want to do is heat up our oil, and this is a great time to put your noodles on to cook so that it all comes together at the same time at the end. We're going to be using a mix of sesame oil and chili oil. If you do have a bit more time and energy, then a great way of making this more of a substantial meal is to add in some lovely crispy salt and pepper tofu and maybe some steamed pak choy on the side. You could also use the vegetable gyozas as a topping from what we did earlier, and they're kind of like two easy meals that you can have in the same meal plan in the same week. Creamy mushroom soup. And making soup is so easy, it's very much just like a chuck it all in. We're using a mix of white close cut mushrooms and chestnut mushrooms, but we're also going to be adding in some dried porcini. But we're just roughly chopping them because it's all going to get blended together, so you don't need to be too kind of particular about it.
Really looking forward to this. I absolutely love a mushroom soup. Yeah, it's really earthy and warming, and that rosemary and thyme really gives it a really nice herby element as well.
For this recipe, we're going to be using some shop-bought vegan fish fingers as the kind of main part of our meal. These are delicious, pimped up vegan fish finger burgers. They take about 12 minutes to cook in the oven, so we're going to put them in straight away at the beginning. This is also a great time to put in some chips if you want to have it with chips. For ultimate laziness, get some frozen ones. If you can be bothered, then obviously homemade. So yeah, we're going to start with putting the fish fingers in now. So if we were being really lazy, we could just literally eat the vegan fish fingers in a bun, but to make this a bit more tasty, we're going to make a really nice vegan tartar sauce, and we can do it whilst the fish fingers are in the oven, so we're not spending any extra time. The basis for that is a mayo, so we're going to be using vegan mayo obviously, and we love using the Plant Pioneers from Sainsbury's. It's really good value and it tastes great. We also really like the Hellmann's vegan mayo, and Leon also do really nice vegan mayos as well. They're a bit more on the pricey side, but they do taste great. So our fish fingers are now done. They took about 13 minutes and our tartar sauce has been made in that time. So now all we have to do is construct the burger. That's so good. Can't believe that only takes 15 minutes. For breakfast, a blueberry smoothie bowl, and basically we are kind of not great at using up fruit. We often forget about it in the fridge and then it kind of goes off. So I saw these blueberries in the fridge and I was like, right, I'm going to freeze them. I'm going to make them into a smoothie bowl, and it was so delicious. It was so easy to make as well. All we did was blend up the frozen blueberries with some frozen banana. Make sure you peel it before you freeze it, and then we added in some dairy-free milk and a bit of agave syrup for sweetness. So it's just those 4 ingredients all blended together, and then we added some toppings to make it a bit more kind of filling. You could go in with a granola. We didn't have any, so we kind of did our own little like DIY granola with some toasted coconut flakes, some chopped hazelnuts, flaxseed, and then a nice big dollop of peanut butter for some extra protein, and it was so delicious. Definitely very cold, but yeah, we enjoyed how fresh it was, and it's something that we're definitely going to be making again.